Audrey Johnson on The Audrey Johnson Show. Today, I'm speaking to Child Abuse Prevention Center. Do you love your community? Well, give Laura Schwartz a call.
I'd like to tell you a little story that we use sometimes because I think it's an important thing to recognize about parenting and about families. So I have this sign that says Ialac, I-A-L-A-C. Okay. I'm going to tell you a little story about this sign. Okay. There's a little boy named Johnny, and Johnny, it's a cold winter morning, and Johnny snuggled under his covers in bed, sleeping, and his mother comes in and she says, "Johnny, get up! You're going to be late for school. Get up. Come on, you're going to be late." So Johnny gets up, and he goes down to the kitchen, and he goes to make breakfast. And while he's pouring the milk into his cereal, he spills the milk. And his mother says, "Johnny, now clean that up. We don't have time for this. You're such a slob. Make that happen." So Johnny cleans up and he eats his breakfast, and she says, come on, we've got to get to the bus." And they walk out the door, and as they walk out the door, the bus is pulling away from the curb, and the kid in the back is going, "Na, na, 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 na." And Mom screams, "Now I'm going to be late for work. Johnny, don't you care about anybody but yourself? Please get in the car, and I'm going to be late." And he gets to school, and he walks into his classroom, and his teacher says, "Oh, Johnny, late again?" So the day goes by, Johnny has a good day, and he comes home, and he starts doing his homework. And his dad comes home from work. And his dad opens the door, and Johnny goes running, "Daddy, Daddy," and throws his arms around Daddy. "Oh, Daddy, welcome home." And his father screams, "Johnny, can't I just take off my coat before you start jumping on me?" And another piece of his sign goes. Well, Johnny goes back to sleep, finishes his day and goes to bed. And he wakes up in the morning. Unfortunately, Johnny has a full sign when he wakes up. Do you have any guess of what this might stand for? Ooh, you're good. I am lovable and capable.
I never heard that before, but I just said it.
Sometimes I feel I am lost and confused, but the sign is really I am lovable and capable, and all of us have this sign. And when we're children and our sign is torn apart, we're resilient. We wake up the next morning and our sign is full. Adults, our signs don't really get so full again, right? Somebody says something harsh to us, and we may not have the resources to feel lovable and capable after that. So the reason I tell this story is because this is what we're about. How do we help people learn and communicate to each other and understand that sometimes that harsh word. Now, do you think Mom was trying to hurt Johnny? No. And do you think Mom was probably Johnny when he was a kid?
Yes.
Right? So she's not trying to hurt him, but she's reacting, and it's hurting him. So we try to look at that. How can we help parents see that when you say that harsh word, the response is?
Wow. That is so beautiful. I'm so glad because all of us could deal with that because even adults hurt adults.
Yes.
And children, it's even hurt, but like I said, they're resilient, and we could bounce right back. Remember that I-A-L-A-C, I'm lovable and capable. That's a way to leave this with. That was powerful. Oh, is there anything else you would like that I did not ask you? Anything that I didn't ask that you've been thinking about, you want to let all of us know?
Again, I really want to say, although, yes, we need the money. Without the money, we couldn't do what we do. We need the people. And there is nothing so rewarding as forming that relationship with someone else and seeing the results of a happy family and a happy child because you were there to make that difference.
So you're making a difference every day in people's lives, and that's what you came in here for, a job. But your job has turned into not a job, but
I am happy to wake up every morning because I know this is what I'm doing.
That is so beautiful. We're happy. We're better today because we've met you. How do people know? How does someone know to contact you? For example, a family who knows she's over the edge, knows she's stressed to the max, know what she's doing is incorrect. And then how does maybe the child, maybe let's say a 16-year-old, been abused by their parents? So how do they find you?
Well, I think there's a couple of ways. First of all, we do get referrals from schools, clinics, hospitals, you know, so the professional community is aware of us and will talk to a family, but it's always a friendly referral, which means the family always knows before they call us and agree for the service. But also, we have a parent helpline, which number, by the way, is 682-CARE, C-A-R-E, which is
682-CARE, is our area code?
914.
914-682-CARE.
And people sometimes call that line and they say, I'm feeling frustrated, I don't know what to do. How can I get help? And so with that, we sometimes refer them to other services if they're appropriate services, or sometimes for hours. But a parent who's just feeling stress, I mean, real true primary prevention is people who are feeling stressed. And that's before anything happens. And anybody could call us and say, this is what's going on in my life, can you help me? We do look for the clients, the families that we work with to have a child in the house under the age of 12. The actual most abused population are children actually 1 and under, which is always surprising. But, you know, to provide those supports. In a dream world, we would be in the hospitals, and every time somebody had a baby, we'd be able to talk to them and screen them. But unfortunately, we can't do that yet.
Wow. So we really need more volunteers to help those, to talk to them. You need the money. You need the volunteers. You need the food. You need the families.
And I will say about the families, I want to say, you know, when people hear Child Abuse Prevention Center, they think people who abuse their children are bad. And they're not. They're you and I. They're all of us. It's not abuse. Actually, we are doing business as name is Parent-Child Center, because what we're really about is helping parents find the way to raise their children to be healthy, productive people. And so, you know, I urge people, if they feel like you need help or support or somebody to talk to call. Nobody's looking at you as a bad person. We understand. Parenting is the most stressful job in the world, and we'd like to be your friend.
What's especially wonderful about our program is that it is primarily volunteer-based. We have an excellent professional staff, but one of the reasons that we are able to deliver our services to the community is because we have a very well-trained, highly trained staff of volunteers, and all of whom devote their time to this critical need in our community, especially in these very difficult economic times. And each volunteer undergoes a 12-hour intensive training program, is supervised, works with a family. In fact, that was my own introduction to the organization. I was looking for something in which I could express my involvement in the community and appreciation for all that my family and I have been fortunate enough to have in our own lives. And I became aware of the Child Center, and I met Laura and the staff here, and I went through the training program, worked with a family for a year. And, well, that was 6 or 7 years ago, I think, at this point, and became more and more involved with the organization. It's an easy thing to do, to want to become involved, and I've had the privilege of being the chair of the board now for a couple of years. And it is, I know that we provide essential services to the community, but I can tell you that what you get back on a personal level is just cannot be matched.
That is amazing.
Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. And if I could leave you with one message,
yes.
Obviously we are concerned about our own community here. Yes. I know, Audrey, that you have an audience that reaches far and wide and yes. may not be close to Westchester. All I can say is that we would love your help, but wherever you are, help your own community.
That is beautiful.